Bee Project is an interactive visual novel set in the bustling world of Japanese idol culture. You'll help support 14 young idols in becoming stars on Japan's brightest stages. But can you handle the pressure? In this video, I'll be sharing what I enjoyed about my Bee Project Ryusei Fantasia gameplay, along with some areas that need improvement in my opinion. By the end, you'll see if this game deserves a spot on your playlist. Thanks to P-Cube for giving us early access to this game, and just a heads up, while we've been given early access, all opinions shared here are our own. And a gentle reminder that while we'll only show clips from the official channels on the demo, there might be some that you might consider minor spoilers. Here are 5 things you need to know before playing Bee Project Ryusei Fantasia. First up is the storyline. In Bee Project Ryusei Fantasia, you step into the role of an A&R, or artist and repertoire for the idol group Bee Project. As an A&R, you oversee the recording process, assist in marketing and promotion, and artistic development of recording artists, and act as a liaison between them and the record label. The game offers a detailed look at the idol industry, showcasing the challenges and triumphs these idols face on their journey to fame. The game's story follows Bee Project, made up of 4 idol groups, Kitakore, Moons, Thrive, and Killer King. You learn about their struggles, dreams, and the bonds they form along the way. As their A&R, you support them through ups and downs, influencing their music, and helping them grow as artists. I liked how you, or the A&R, is portrayed as a hardworking and caring manager who genuinely wants the best for her idols. Her dedication to their success is palpable, and her interactions with each member reveal deeper layers of their personalities. The game lets you experience developing meaningful relationships with these idols and understanding their struggles and aspirations on a personal level. This character-driven narrative is one of the game's strongest aspects, providing a rich tapestry of stories and connections. The narrative is engaging, filled with emotional moments and the excitement of seeing the idols succeed. What makes the story compelling is its focus on both individual and collective experiences. Each group, Kitakore, Thrive, Moons, and Killer King, has their own unique story arc, contributing to the overarching narrative of Bee Project's growth and success. You'll witness the idols' personal struggles, such as dealing with fame, maintaining relationships, and overcoming internal conflicts. I am actually quite familiar with Bee Project, especially when the anime came out a few years back, and even still, I initially felt pretty overwhelmed in getting to know these 14 idols all over again. But my worry was unfounded since the game will give you ample time in getting to know the members of Bee Project, slowly but surely as they say, and I'm glad that the game did not throw some huge exposition right off the bat. Each character is well developed, with distinct personalities, backgrounds, and dreams. This diversity in character traits makes interactions engaging and dynamic, which the game delves into and shows how these interactions evolve over time. There are flashbacks and reminiscences that provide context and depth which makes you invested in their journey. It surprised me how the game touches sensitive themes, and how it handles them quite well in my opinion. I didn't expect such waterworks. Overall, the storyline is not just about achieving fame, but also about the bonds formed and the personal growth experienced along the way. I love the pacing of the story, the setups, the reveal, and how your work is never truly done. I guess I could relate as a working adult. I do want to note that the lack of romantic elements focuses the narrative on professional growth and friendship, which is a new and welcome experience for me. Moving on to the gameplay. First off, this is not a rhythm game. It's a visual novel through and through. That said, it incorporates elements of a simulation where you must balance your time and responses to maintain good relationships with all the idols. Your choices influence the storyline, unlocking new scenes and character-specific epilogues based on your interactions. One feature that I really liked is that the smartphone interface in the game serves as your hub, where you can access messages, voicemails, and character profiles. You have the option to respond or not to messages and calls, which makes the gameplay feel a bit realistic and immersive. This interactive approach keeps the gameplay engaging as you navigate through various scenarios and build connections with each idol. As mentioned earlier, the game features 14 idols, each with unique personalities and backstories. You'll get to know them individually, understanding their likes, dislikes, and personal challenges. As you go through the game, you will unlock personal stories with all 14. Not all at once though. You will need to trigger certain scenarios or responses. Outside the main story, there are 2 types of stories that you can consume. One is an extra that's available right away. However, there are no voiced lines here, which is a missed opportunity really. But I guess you can just consider it as bonus stories if you want more from our dear idols. The other one is the personal stories of each idol that you would need to unlock. This is one of my favorite features since you will get to know how each idol was when they were young, and I find the stories adorable and endearing. Then we have the visuals. B Project Ryusei Fantasia is visually stunning, with bright and colorful artwork that brings the world and characters to life. The 2D live animations are vibrant, and the idols' reactions add layers to their personalities. Not to mention, each idol has multiple outfits that fit perfectly to their personalities. It adds to the immersion and makes for quite a realistic, ever-changing modern setting. And speaking of setting, the art for background is detailed and impressive. The rooms for each idol group reflect their dynamic. That said, the ever-changing font size of the text was definitely a challenge. I understand that to fully translate Japanese text, the user interface might require more space for English text, and using a smaller font was the directive the publisher went with. I played on the Nintendo Switch, so it took some focusing to read those small texts, but I'm not sure how small it can get or if it's even legible at all if I were to use a Switch Lite. Needless to say, it's a glaring limitation, especially to a visual novel game where the gameplay is mostly reading. Aside from this one gripe, visually B Project Ryusei Fantasia is still a treat for the eyes. Each idol is meticulously designed to reflect their personality and style, with animated sprites that move and react during interactions. The audio component is equally impressive, with voice acting by renowned seiyuu or voice actors who breathe life into the characters. The emotional range of voice acting enhances the storytelling, making the characters' struggles and triumphs more impactful. As for the soundtrack, it includes catchy tunes that fit the idol theme perfectly. Special moments in the game are often accompanied by music, which helps add to the overall atmosphere and impact of the scene. As an idol management game, I would have wanted an actual song performance and not just a talk about it, but we're limited to the music feature of the game. What sets B Project Ryusei Fantasia apart is its visual novel storytelling with interactive elements of managing an idol group. The game's detailed look at the idol industry, coupled with the personal growth of each character, makes for quite an engaging and memorable gameplay experience for me. The game's replayability is also a strong point, with 14 character-specific epilogues and story branches that encourage players to explore different paths and outcomes. With multiple endings and character epilogues, there's plenty of replay value, making it a captivating game for fans of visual novels and idol culture alike. Overall, B Project Ryusei Fantasia offers a heartfelt and immersive experience where you support 14 idols on their journey to stardom. With its well-developed characters, compelling storyline, and interactive gameplay, it provides an engaging and dynamic experience. The vibrant visuals, emotional voice acting, and catchy tunes further enhance the storytelling, making it a must-play for fans of visual novels who enjoy amazing setups and idol culture. So whether you're managing the idols' careers or building personal connections, B Project Ryusei Fantasia delivers a memorable and heartfelt journey. Narrative games are like a relaxing escape into a world where you can explore at your own pace with cozy mechanics and story-rich narratives. And in this video, we'll talk about the emotional roller coaster of a narrative about the life of a teenager in a vibrant and culturally rich environment. If you enjoy games like these as much as I do, you won't want to miss this. So click on the video and I'll see you there. Stay awesome, gamers!